Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Panagos once more, looking at the industrial zone as of the moment, and we need to do something here because right now we are continuing to lose glasses, and this is my first action for this episode, really, just going ahead with some glasses. Of course, in the greater scheme of things for this episode, we don't need to finish the dam project and provide Manola with some electricity, and I would also like to go ahead and have a new bigger representative landmark building here. Now let's just have a look at the brass smelters right here in the center. We do have too many of them. First of all, the brass is coming in with the docklands anyway, right? So we are importing, I think, way too much brass. We are importing 250. Let's actually get this up to 400 because actually I think it's not enough. We could use the elevators for that too. We got 1,700 elevators available to us right now. They are going to upgrade, by the way, soon to the next level there as well. So let's actually ramp this up here to 100 so that we probably will push it over the edge now with that. Let's actually make it 110 to definitely push it up because I think cement is full as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it's full actually. So in 11 minutes, we'll be able to get another good in, get another export office out, and then have another trade contract that we're going to need urgently, really. Now, what I want to do here now is, since we don't have enough zinc and copper production for all my brass smelters, we can get rid of them, right? At least of 2 of them. That should still be fine. This is actually giving me attractiveness back and it gives me space for my spectacle factories. Let's actually get rid of 3 of them. With that, we push to, Pleasant Metropolis. This will make my investors even happier. With the brass, what I can see now is we're only producing around 6 now ourselves, and 19 we actually need. So 13 we need to import, and that's 260 per cycle, 300, and we're importing 400, so we still have that surplus here. Let's go ahead and get us then the spectacle factories out. This will once again raise my consumption, of course, for brass a bit, but it will be totally fine. We actually have this tiny slot there available, where, we know that we'll probably never really be able to squeeze anything in. Let's build both of them, really. They're both getting electrified right away, getting the glass and the brass, and going to produce hopefully more spectacles than what we need right now. It's at 3 tons then surplus, which is still really small. So spectacles is really a product of low quantities overall, right? The rest is looking fine as is. Jewelry might be something that we need to tackle at some point, and the rest is really golden. So that means we can also go ahead and upgrade a few more people. We have 1,200 farmers available right now. And this is where I would really like to get started, upgrading some people here to workers. We got those guys here, and I think more important to me is this area as well that leads to the palace. I certainly don't want to have farmers on my way to the palace, right? So we're going ahead and we're just going to push it all in this area, and those guys here leading to +3 now. Perfect. At least this is done. I might consider adding more farmers to the fray. I have no idea yet though how. The reason is we don't want to plaster everything here with buildings really, and space-wise, what I can see, it's getting tight, right? So we need to find other ways of actually boosting our farmer population, and of course that's the lifestyle needs that we have. There's a couple of options here available to us already. That's the sugar, bad, right? That's the herbs, okay. Hibiscus petal gives me 3 farmers per building in addition for that, and I think this is actually great. So let's go back to Tabrim, because we do have still some capacity here that we can use for that. I need to check out my water. Perfect. So we can actually ramp it up there further, and probably also all the way here. And with that we have, oops, yeah, what is this? This should actually work out. Actually should be this, but that's certainly not working out. So it actually is here. Yeah, there you go. And with that we have a bunch of rows available again for the hibiscus. I could use the hibiscus for my people in Tabrim, but the outcome of that is very poor. It's the hibiscus tea. We already have a contempt population in Tabrim. That's enough for me right now. Getting more farmers is way higher on the priority list. So this is what we can do. Before I can do this, however, we need to head back real quick, enable the lifestyle good for the hibiscus tea, because now I can see the total demand of this, and it is 1. So this is really ridiculously small. There might even be some tea in for the folks here. Let's go ahead and have another warehouse then over there. This is for the farms, and then we can just go ahead and add us, I think, let's make it 2 here and 1 here, right? So we have 3 of that now. leading to 3 tons unboosted, which is plenty, of course. And yeah, we can still also come in from the other side there as well. And then this area also all the way up. Oh, there you actually need to have it. Perfect. With that, we have this one fulfilled. They are going to get over to the warehouse and have it. We have a trade route, as you know, that is, yeah, well, getting more important by the hour. That's the Mal Shrimp. Right now, doing nothing, sailing around on its way to Tabarim. And in Tabarim, we are also now going to pick up then the Hibiscus. That's going to be 100 tons. I think that will be enough. And get this over to Panagos as well, right? So, holy cow, what a trade route this is becoming. Starting small, getting bigger and bigger. By now, also the logs, the first time has arrived, right? We have the batch, and with that, we also have now the paper production up, which is the second important good that we need for our metro system. And with that, we have the paper for the tickets that is coming in now. It's also a very beautiful building here. Lucky us, it's producing 4 per minute. I think this will be fine. And we'll just see, right? If not, then we'll just have to improvise. Boosting this one here up is easy. Another river slot is not so easy. I mean, we could get theoretically rid of the fire station here. Who needs that anyway? While we're in the area, let's also go ahead and finally start with the harbor defenses for Tabarim. The first 4 flamethrower towers are coming out. This is consuming all my mud bricks that we have. And it's going to, of course, fortify that defense here together with my fleet that we have, just in case they're trying something. At some point they will, right? They can't stand my presence here. Princess String actually has a few more powerful battleships now in the region, so we'll just see what comes out of that. Jumping right over to Manola once more, we have a surplus of cigars of 2 right now. This will certainly not be enough anymore long-term wise, or short-term wise actually. So I need to bump this one up as well. Wood veneer is actually equal, so this is something we need to tackle. And I would like to build 2 more cigar factories. Do we not have them blueprinted anywhere? We don't. So I will need to squeeze them in here like this. That's actually possible, just beside my electrical cable factory. Oh, come on, this is not looking good, right? Let's actually fiddle things around here a bit. I don't need to have 2 warehouses there. I can just upgrade 1 and save me the space with it. So we probably, hopefully, somehow, please, can make this happen here. There's also 2 warehouses here again that no boy in the world needs. So let's move this one over. With that, we can now definitely move them over. Let's have them look towards each other. Moving that warehouse a bit further to the center, and with that we can actually go ahead and have my cigar factories now right beside the other cigar factories, because only this makes sense. In that case, let's have them look the same so that it does look a bit organized. We have this warehouse here. We can go ahead and upgrade this one, even though this is not necessary, right? We have plenty of warehouses in the region. This one here is also not overwhelmed with anything, so that's fine. For the cigar factories, unfortunately, wait a second. We can boost them, is that right? Yes. How much longer for the dam? Ooh, the dam is coming along, so I think we're actually not going to build this after all. This is something we don't need. Just for the heck of it, let's have 1 and 2 more market workshops, right? That's what we need. This is going to consume my logs there a bit further. We are also importing them with the docklands, and we should have plenty of logs here available. Yes, we're almost capping, so this is that. And with that, we can go ahead and have a few more cigars. This is raising it by +2, so we have a +4 surplus now. Once electrified, it's probably going up to +10. And then we can live off the cigars for the rest of our daisy life. Just a shame, really, that artisans will not profit from any electricity whatsoever. I was hoping for that. Is it the same with the Hacienda people? Yes, unfortunately, right? That's also just that. Nothing else I can do here for now. Around we have plenty of way more than expected. What is going on here? Ship constructed. Might actually need to consider another fire station in the region, just in case. Another Yamato is coming out. There it is, once more, with its totally not oversized cannons. I know the comments. Thank you very much for pointing this out. At this point, I'm not going to retry and reinstall the mod, because I think this could also break a few things. We have to live with that. The cannons that we can see on the Yamato here should be the same size approximately like these cannons here, right? It's a bit of a difference. It's still a powerful ship, grant you that, so no problem here. While we are in the old world, let's go ahead and have a look at Ander again. I've sent my ship over. I just love when everything is coming together, right? And you always have something to do without a break, and at the end of the day you're sweaty and, well, dirty overall, and just happy that you did some work here. I think, yeah, active healing once more for the new ship that we have. Romanov for the new ship that we have. And I definitely would like to get me another grape shot cast here. Perfect. Raven Gas is amazing for damage to buildings. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go with any sieges this time around, so I don't care about him. Romanov, though, is the important one here for the damage boost. And by the way, I haven't really looked at RG yet. We do need to get the metal platings from RG to boost the durability of my ships. Let's add in Panagos a few more cities. We have this lumberjack hut that is, yeah, doesn't really fit in anymore. And we do have then this area there. It's very close to the tracks. So I might actually now consider bumping up the walls on that side too. Just because it makes sense to me. You definitely want to protect those children. And we're going to have it all the way here. And then we can still have another row of... Let's make it, yeah, let's make it elm trees this time. Going all the way to the wall as well as another area of buffer, right? Where you can have something like this. This is giving me also some attractiveness there again. I just love it. And with that, we can go ahead and have a few more people here. This actually works out. It's a bit tight, right? But it's going to get the job done. Here, let's actually have, you know what? Let's have a playground for the kids over here somewhere. Can we have the big one? Yes, we can. That's just perfect, really. Let's have this one here. And then we're going with... There's no real attack coming in right now. And then we're also going in with some temperate growths. Like this. And there's just the marketplace area, right? And then we have the playground area here as well. So this makes sense because this is worker farmer residences right now. Lots of children basically having some fun here right now while the trains go too just beside the playground. Alright, we continue of course with some more blocks in this area. We could really go with high density in that area, right? It's still very close to the city. We do have industry zone right around the corner. Don't get fooled by the river here. This is not the outskirts. So we're going ahead with some high density farmer blocks. I need them after all. And then perhaps a road leading to this tree there again to connect them together. There's also this cute chapel right over there that, yeah, can stay actually. We might move it a bit further over, right, and have a bit of a compound there. For that, it's always... Wait a second, we need to change it to the other cosmetic style. We need to go with the farmer. I think it works very well together with a chapel. Like a wooden fence of some sorts going over here, right, and then up towards the lake, or towards the river, and then also a smaller wooden one here. So this is kind of like then a cemetery, you might say, right? We got the fences around it, and in the center of it we might then also go ahead once again with my Hildegard tree. There it is. It's just a beautiful ominous tree. I love it. Really, I could spend my whole city with that we have then right here, and in the middle probably perhaps a smaller path or so that leads towards it from the chapel. Does it look good? Nah, not really, right? Can we make it like so? This would make a bit more sense. We have a bit of a path behind the... this does not look good. Right, so let's just have some grass here. Something like that leads to the Hildegard. We have upgraded an export good. That's most likely going to be my sexy elevators. There you go, right? And then we just have some trees around it, some wilderness, right? It's a cemetery. Unfortunately, we don't have any capstones or tombstones, unfortunately. So that's not going to happen for now. At least that's the end of this. Let's have the farmers here also being built. So this is a bit of population coming in until we get the hibiscus petals. And also here, we can go ahead with a few more people along the river. This is getting very tight here though, so I'm going to keep it a one row only. All the way then to the... Oh, wait a second. This is a main road. All the way here. So this one we keep as a main road still. And then we have those people here. And then here with that road right next to it. Some might argue I should protect this somehow for the kiddies. But at this point, if they fall down, hopefully they can swim. Now, about this next area, I was speaking about a new landmark building. I would like to build the central hall. This grand edifice awes all visitors and dignitaries visiting your city. It gives me plus 100 storage, 100 attractiveness, and it does really cost a lot. 50 brass on top of everything and 750,000. It is also a bus stop for tourists to visit. It's a beautiful modded building that I haven't built yet, and I want to add it somewhere here to the center. Now, for the center in general, I was talking about a central park at some point, right? For this, we need to model things around here a bit. Is this actually some green monument? No. Oh yeah, it is, right? So we need to move it a bit. So I would like to have a whole row of buildings here now also at the very end of this whole thing. For that, we need, I guess, more buildings. Yeah, actually we do need more buildings at this point, because this is fine, right? This is fine, this is fine. I will just need to go ahead and have me some higher quality ones. Let's take the groomed artisans from here because we can move them over then just fine, and they can then be upgraded to engineers just fine. Let's have them all here in the back. Alright, so I'm just going to take them from my greenhouse over here, where we can actually groom them up, because there's all the service buildings up to artisans. These three, can we squeeze them in? Perfect, right? Yeah, and with that we can have another row of farmers here that we can then upgrade all the way to artisans. That's going to be fine. Then we have this one. This is the central park area, most likely. The sanatorium, I have no real idea at the moment what to do with it. Here we can now have a second row of high density buildings. Probably could go ahead with the... Yeah, it's actually just like that, right?
Look at you, swagger.
Yeah, let's go ahead with farmers. I don't want to move buildings around too much here. Perfect. And then we have another road. It's actually going to be a double road, I think. For these guys, we're going to need the whole stuff, right? So this is a marketplace. We're going to need a pub to keep them happy so they don't riot on us. And once we upgrade them, they want a school. So I'm also going to build me a school right here, so they have that. So all the way up to artisans, we can have them. And with artisans, they have then everything as well already, so we can upgrade them further to engineers. This is what's going to take a while here. We can, however, add the central hall then somewhere here, right? So this is a good location for it, I think. Now, it's important to know one thing, though, about the central hall. It is like a town hall, right? So we probably should have it where we have a lot of people basically living around if we want to maximize this. But honestly, we don't fully need it. All right. Change of plans. Let's get rid of the farmers here. And let's actually move those guys here. Because let's have the central hall on the other side. So we can move the engineers as they are right now, right away. Over here. Right, to other major blocks that we can have. Because I really want to actually use the central hall with its items. I don't want to have it over there, because we will not be able to take in a lot of people. And we can have other monuments over there as well. There's always a monument available these days. So let's just have them over here. With that, we have the space available here, really in the center of the core city. Like, this is, you know, the powerhouse of Panagos. This is going to be lots of skyscrapers, lots of high quality buildings all around up to this point here with the central park. And then, you know, it's getting a bit less dense, scholar residence, stuff like that. We'll just see how this turns out. But for now, we can have then this beautiful new landmark building that we have. And this is the front that we can build then right here. I like it. It's huge. It gives me something. And it is not complete, as we can see. So we still need to add now here the... We still need to add here the paving, right? So here and here. Probably all around it. Or we're going to have some enclosed greenery here. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Alright, so we can have this one here. Here we can make it double. All the way to that side, where there's also this entrance here. It actually requires a nifty bus station already. Here, actually, the smaller side entrance, we can still have something here. Let's go ahead with... Look at the globe statue. We could get... Yeah, that makes sense. To this building there as well. So I think this is kind of like a museum that we have over here now. And of course, we definitely should then provide a bus station to it as well at some point. And as we can see, the radius is quite fine around it, affecting a lot of people, giving me attractiveness and storage up to plus 100, depends on how many buildings you have around it. And we are still a pleasant metropolis, but halfway through, even without that pollution that we have. This, makes it possible to have more engineers here, and these here we are actually going to groom, right? I think in the back we could already upgrade the whole row of artisans here. Let's do this. And then I'm just waiting for those farmers there as well, so we can have the whole bunch then upgraded as well. And then we have this whole row here, which is basically serving as a monument row. So we're going to have a bunch of monuments here then lining up right in front of our central park then. Right, I think this is going to look quite nice here in the city center. By now, the dam structure is coming along. So we have now the phase 2 completed, leading now to the last phase, the engineering. In the final phase of construction, we will require masses of concrete and custom-made windows to catch the Manolan sunrise and give ample warning in case of ape sightings. The dam's curvature will send some of the pressure into the rock walls. We don't have enough windows for that. And we do need 1,500 barrel, which we just happen to have with a +2 on top of that. Perfect, so there it is. The last phase has started with it. And soon there's going to be a huge lake here in the background of it. So those trees better sniff some air there again, because it's going to be the last moments for them. Unfortunately, we need to get some windows over. This is though an easy task and a quick task. And since we still have 100 tons left over, it's going to take a while before we run out of the windows here actually. And what I also notice here is we don't have any available ships anymore. Nope, we need to build more huge colliers. There's still my oil tanker also that needs to resume his work. Of course, in Tabarim we need to continue with the main quest as well. Official Hospitality, the Seafood Stew. This is now where the other island is also coming into play here. So for that we don't need the Taff and the Spice. Both of that we have in Tabarim, that's great. The Lobster, however, we need to get in Dagan Kaltu. The Lobsters require some, well, shepherds only and some space, as we can see. Can I not use them like this? Unfortunately, no. So we do need to have them on the other coastal side. I don't think really anyone would attack us here. Right, it's so far outside of everything. There's the road that we make then over. And then we can have our lobster fishery just over here. Let's make 2 of them for now. Let's do 2 of them. We're going to need them. Go. And there's the connection. And with that, the lobster fishery starting really at the end of the world, so there's nothing over there anymore. It's also nice, of course, for a change, to just enjoy some peace. Now, they're working. This I will need to rectify on my trade route again. So once more, this trade route comes into play here. It's getting a bit crazily full here. And in Dagan Culture, it's picking up the indigo, right? And we are also going to pick up now some lobsters here. And for this, I think we can use the same slot, really, right? Unloading the lobsters at Tabarim and then picking up loading up the paper here as well on the same slot, because lobster is a very low volume thing and we have a lot of storage in Tabarim, plus we are going to consume it anyway. Alright, that's one thing. And the other one is actually Biniam's vision. There it is. Hooray. Select the group of engineers sitting around in Panagos somewhere in the middle of it all. With the blueprints that we finally have for a research institute. And with that, we hopefully have it now available. There it is. And this unlocks us a new monument that we can finally go ahead. And not only a new monument is coming along with that. Nope, it's a whole district that we can build on top of everything. Last but not least, to top it all off, we can finish the next phase of the World Fair and start the last phase now, the infrastructure. The waiting is nearly at an end. The World's Fair needs only electricity, insulation and a few last minute touches to its majestic roof before the ribbon can be cut to a triumphant fanfare. We have all the resources available. It's quite a lot actually, and also some electricity of course on top of it. And with this, the last phase of the World Fair starts. Just in time really for a new monument to rise from its foundation. In the next episode, stay tuned.